Hello yogis, welcome to your class today. So today I had the urge to get some vitamin D and just take my practice outside. My studio is so cold and I just couldn't. I walked in there this morning and I thought I can't, I need some sunshine. So I am outside today. So if you feel called to take your practice outdoors, please feel free to do so. It's so beautiful. And we are going to have a lovely week this week. So please have some blocks handy or a block, and then just come and find a comfortable seated position. Just settling down through your seat, reaching up tall. And when you're ready, just gently close your eyes. See if you can find a softness around your body while still holding yourself upright. Just take a moment to connect to your surroundings. Take a moment to acknowledge where you are, everything that is around you. Starting to deepen into your breath. Finding your center. Just releasing any thoughts, any sensations that you no longer need. Let it go, remove it from your bubble. This time is for you. And from here, I want you to feel the shoulder blades broaden. So go ahead and scrunch the front of your body, so your collarbones shorten. And then draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards the spine, and then let them settle down. So just finding this spaciousness in your heart. Take a nice deep inhale breath. And exhale it out. Let's do that once more. Deep inhale, your shoulders up. Drawing them up towards the ears. Squeeze them together. And then exhale, release them down. Just let your hands rest on your knees or in your lap. Feel for relaxing your jaw. Let's take a really nice full breath in. Keep your eyes closed. And then open your mouth and let your breath sigh out. 2 more times like that. Deep inhale breath. Big open mouth, sigh it out. Last one. Inhale. And sigh it out through an open mouth. And then just return to your normal pace of breathing. And see if you can find that sigh sensation through the whole body. Find the areas in your body that feel tense. And just for a moment, feel what it's like to completely relax. You can still hold your spine upright, but just soften. Just take a few more deep breaths, sighing the breath out with the mouth closed. Relax the jaw. Allow your tongue to soften. And just take a few more moments to be still. Still with yourself, just observing and witnessing whatever's going on in your body, in your mind. If you are outside, take in the fresh air. Take in the sun, sounds of the birds. And as you check in with yourself, just notice what it is that represents itself that you need to be focusing on today. So I want you to make this a very personal intention. Allow your chin to soften towards your chest. Drawing your head down and just feel how the back of the neck lifts up. And really allow the weight of the head to pull into the back of the neck. So the weight of the head is quite heavy. Probably averages around 7 or 8 kilos. So use that weight to pull a bit of space or traction into the upper spine. Take another deep inhale breath. And imagine breathing into the back of the heart, back of the lungs, and create space in this area, spreading the shoulder blades away from the spine. Just keep your head hanging down to the sternum. Sternum lifts up tall. And then gently roll your right ear to your right shoulder. So just your neck is moving, not the spine. The right shoulder softens down as you stretch into the left side of the neck. Take a deep inhale here. And then gently roll your chin back towards your chest. Relaxing your jaw. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Soften that left shoulder down. Find that sweet spot on the right side of the neck and take a deep breath into it. And exhale. And roll your chin back to your chest. And take one more round, so right ear to right shoulder. One full breath here. Gently roll chin to chest. And take it over to the other side. Left ear, left shoulder. Full breath. And gently bring yourself back to center. Nice. Inhale, bring your head back up and allow your eyes to flutter open. Welcome to your practice. All right, so I'd like you to change the cross of your shins, just bringing your opposite leg in front. And bring your hands down onto your knees. And we're going to start with a little bit of movement for the spine. So some cat and cow in a seated position. Taking a deep inhale. Open up the heart space as you roll your shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades in, lifting your face up to the sun. And then exhale as you round into your back, pull belly in, tuck your chin in. Inhale to arch your chest forward. Expand. And exhale to draw it back in, straightening into the arms as you curl your tailbone. Inhale, arch, open, expand. Exhale, round and close, pull it in. Two more. Deep breath as you open up, allow yourself to be vulnerable. And then exhale as you draw yourself inwards. Last one, inhale. And exhale, feeling the space behind the heart. Inhale, coming back up to center. And exhale, soften your shoulders. All right, nice. Okay, so from here, you're going to grab a block. And place the soles of your feet down onto your mat. And we're going to come to roll down, extending your arms out in front of you. Start to curl your tailbone as you round your back and start to lower one vertebra at a time. So really taking it down nice and slow. And then gently drawing your knees in towards your chest. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. Placing the soles of your feet down onto your mat. So setting up for a bridge position. We're going to take a few rolling bridges. So arms alongside your body, palms facing down. As you inhale, you're going to press your feet into the mat, lifting your seat up, and then reaching your arms all the way overhead as you reach your peak. And then exhale to roll all the way down, bringing your arms down with you. 4 more like this. Inhale, lifting up 1 vertebra at a time, reaching arms up and back. And exhale, slowly release. 3 more. Inhale, rise. And exhale, lower. 2 more deep Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, rising up. Press into your heels. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, rise. Stay here. And then exhale, lower just your hands, bringing them down alongside your body. Your hips are reaching up. Start to walk your shoulder blades in towards each other as you press your heels into mat. Lift your hips up higher, drawing your knees forward. From here, you can interlace your fingers behind your back if that's available for you. Reaching your heart up towards the sky, drawing your chin towards the sternum. Back of the neck is nice and long, and take 3 deep breaths. Last one. Beautiful. Slowly release your hands and gently lower your spine down. Tailbone coming down last. Nice. Bringing your knees in towards your chest. This is where you're going to grab your block. You're going to place your block between your thighs. So the block is on its kind of middle height. And you're placing it between your thighs, close towards your pubic bone, extending your legs all the way up towards the thighs so that your legs are perpendicular to the ground. Stacked nicely above your hip points. You're going to interlace your hands behind your head, relaxing the elbows out to the sides. And then take a nice deep inhale, head and shoulders lift. Hold the breath. I want you to squeeze your block here and then draw your tailbone up. Exhale as you take your elbows towards the left knee. Lift your chin, pull belly down. Inhale, come back to center as you release your sacrum. Hold the breath. Hug the block between your thighs. Press your tailbone up. And then exhale to the right, lifting the shoulder blades off of the mat, lifting your chin. Inhale, bringing everything back to center, releasing the sacrum down to the mat. Hold the breath as you breathe in. Good. Squeeze your block. Tuck your tailbone, and we're going to exhale all the way up towards your feet, lifting up as high as you can, pulling belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Squeeze your block. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale to your left. Lift those elbows, drawing them in towards each other. Inhale, come back to center. Hold. Squeeze the block. Tailbone lifts. Exhale to your right. Inhale, come back. Holding the breath. Squeezing your block. Lift your feet up towards the sky and then exhale skywards. Lift those elbows. Draw them in. Draw them up towards your feet. Pull belly down. Inhale, back to center. Let's take 1 more round. Hold the breath here. Squeeze your block. Tuck your tailbone. So pressing lower back down, lifting the tailbone. Exhale to your left. Navel draws towards your spine. Inhale, come back. Hold the breath. Squeeze your block. Tailbone lifts. Exhale to your right. Inhale, come back to center. Last one, hold the breath. Hug that block tight. Lift your tailbone and exhale skywards. Pull that belly down. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, release. Nice. Just placing your block to the side for now. Release your feet down onto your mat. And we're going to come into a supported bridge. So keeping your block handy, you're going to lift your seat up, your hips up, and then place your block at whatever height you feel your body needs today. So you can take it on the highest height, or you can lower it down. So just find a height that will support your body, today's body. So how you are feeling today. And let those shoulders roll open. So turn your palms up. Open up into the heart space. Tuck your tailbone so your sit bones are drawing towards your knees. Knees pointing forward. Broadening into the collarbones, and just take a few deep breaths here. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Nice. And pressing into your heels as you lift your seat off of the block. Remove your block, placing it to the side, and then slowly lower your spine down, 1 vertebra at a time. Beautiful. Draw your knees in towards your chest. And we're going to start to roll the length of your spine a few times. That's really beautiful to do it outside on the soft grass. Makes for a nice change on that hard floor. So I'm enjoying this roll. You can take 1 or 2 more. And then we are going to find ourselves in a tabletop position. So just crossing your ankles and stepping it back into your tabletop, coming into all fours. All right. So spreading your fingers wide. Let's just take a little bit of cat and cow here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the head. Exhale to round, pull belly in. Inhale, drop the belly, heart pulls forward, stretch the front of the neck. Exhale, push the mat away from you, spread those shoulder blades. Let's take 1 more, inhaling. And exhale. Good, coming back to center. Let's walk your hands 1 step forward, 1 hand's distance forward. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, and start to lift your knees up, taking yourself into your first downward facing dog. So just pedal it out, stretch out the legs, bending 1 knee at a time. Feel into yourself, feel into the body. So for me, it's quite amazing how just a little bit of sunshine can brighten up my mood. And then come to find stillness in your down dog. Feet hip distance apart, hands shoulder distance apart. Press the mat away, lengthen through the spine, wrap your shoulders so you're broadening into the upper back, drawing shoulder blades away from each other, not squeezing them in. And then kind of tuck your tailbone so you're drawing your sit bones down to your heels. Let your head hang, your jaw relax. Take a deep breath in here. Open your mouth and sigh it out. And rising up onto your toes, let's start to walk your feet forward, coming to the top of the mat in a forward fold. So feet hip distance apart. Soften the heart down to the top of the thighs and let your head hang. Let your arms be soft, just resting wherever is comfortable. And then keeping your knees soft, we're going to curl to standing. Stacking 1 vertebra at a time. Rolling the shoulders up towards the ears, roll them back, and then allow them to settle. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, full breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Sweep your arms out to the sides, bend the knees, and bring yourself all the way down. Inhale to a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hands down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your aura, gather your energy, bring it into your palms. And then exhale, fold forward, keeping your palms together. Inhale, offer your heart forward, find a flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. Hands down by your sides. Gather your energy, reach it up. Exhale, swan dive down. Full breath in, halfway lift, lengthen. Ground your hands down. Let's step back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches back behind you, three-legged dog, just keeping the hips level. We're going to step that right foot forward at the top of the mat, lowering the back knees down. And you're going to reach your arms all the way up. So I want you to feel the weight of your pelvis drawing down towards your front toes. And then really reach up with your fingertips so you're opening up into the heart space. Let's take one more full breath here. And exhale, hands down to the mat, ground your hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, wrap your shoulders. Exhale, side out. Left leg reaches back behind you, three-legged dog. Let's step it forward to the front of the mat, coming into your low lunge on the other side. Inhale to reach the arms all the way up. And exhale to lunge forward. I want you to see if you can find this organic reach through your fingers. Reaching and reaching up without falling over. Opening up into your heart space. Reaching up and further back, one more breath. And exhale, release your hands down, step it back, downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Sigh it out. Rise up onto your toes, bend your knees, look up at your hands. You're going to walk, step, or hop it forward, coming to the top of your mat in your forward fold. Keep your knees soft and round up to Tadasana. When you get to the top, roll those shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up, full breath. Exhale, fold. Moving with the breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Ground your hands down, step back to plank. Finding that nice long line of energy. I want you to come all the way up onto your tippy toes and then lower all the way down. Nice. And from here, you're going to bring your hands out in front of you. So more further forward than we normally do for a cobra. Maybe even a little off the mat. Your elbows are off the mat, so they're not on the ground. It's not a swing. And you're going to press into your hands, keeping the elbows tucked in and slightly bent. So the back of the neck is nice and long. You're not lifting your head all the way up. Your shoulders are softening down. Take a nice full breath here. Breathe into your tummy. Relax your glutes. And then release to the ground as you sigh the breath out. Slide your hands back, tuck your toes under, take a full breath in. And exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Just connecting to Ujjayi. A deep inhale through the nose. And that ha sound with the mouth closed. Nice. Right leg reaches back behind you, three-legged dog. Let's step that right foot forward to the front of the mat. And we're going to set up for your high lunge. Inhaling the arms all the way up. So staying on your back toes. Lunging deeply into the front knee. Stay right up on the toes. You're drawing the heel above the toes and then lunging. Take a full breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale to fill up. And as you exhale, we'll take a twist to the right. Placing the left elbow onto the thigh. And feel for stretching that right collarbone away from the left. So not just collapsing into that left shoulder, but press away. The more you press, the deeper your twist, and the more you're able to bring the center of your chest to your thumbs. One more breath. Beautiful. Coming back to center, high lunge, hands at the heart. And we're going to step that back foot forward to the front, coming into your chair pose. Utkatasana. Taking your weight back into the heels, arch into your lower back, lift your heart, full breath in, and exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up, halfway lift. Ground your hands down, step back into plank pose. Deepening into your breath. Exhale, chaturanga. So you can always lower your knees and then lower down. Inhale, find your back bend, cobra. Shoulders soften. And exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Left leg reaches back behind you, three-legged dog. Step it forward, setting yourself up for your high lunge. Again, make sure that you're not on a tight rope. Good. Take a full breath and rise up onto those back toes. Exhale, lunge. Hands at your heart center. Take a full inhale to fill up. And then on the exhale, let's take our twist to the left. Again, really pressing down with that left hand onto the right to find a deeper twist. Extend through the back leg. Find the center of your chest. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Bring yourself back to center, keeping your hands at the heart. And we're going to step your right foot forward, coming into your chair pose. Nice, holding it here. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise up halfway. Ground your hands down, step back, plank pose. On the same breath, come all the way down. Point your toes back. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, breathe. Starting to feel the connection to the earth if you're outside, to everything around you. Just knowing that we are all take a full breath. Side out. Beautiful. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Good. Now ground down into your right toes. And you're going to lift your left leg and step it behind your right leg. And we're going to open up into your wild thing. The right leg stays straight. Your left knee is bent and you're pressing into that heel. Open up. Take one more breath here. And then exhale, release, coming back into your plank. And then push it back into your downward facing dog. Nice. Right leg reaches back behind you, three-legged dog. This time, roll the hip open, stretch it out. Maybe bend into the knee, draw the heel towards your sit bones. Press the mat away from you. But then extend the legs, square the hip off. Bring your knee to chest, hover forward and plank. And then step your right foot forward, setting up high lunge. Arms reach up. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to transition into your warrior 3 balance. So taking your time, have a look and see where you're going. So starting to lean forward. You might want to take a step or 2 forward. And then start to shift your weight onto your right foot as you extend through the back leg. Keeping your hips nice and level. Holding it here. 3. Deep breaths. 2. And 1. Bringing the left foot to meet the right, coming into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good. So I'm going to give you a bit of a challenge here. I want you to lower your seat a little more. And a little more. We're going to come all the way down to the ground. If you can do it without hands, great. If you can't, that's okay. Place your hands down to the ground and lower. Seat comes down and find your Navasana boat pose. So shins are parallel. You can grab the back of the thighs, lengthen through the spine, and then extend your arms. Hold it here. 3, open the heart. 2, and 1. From here, you're going to bring your left foot underneath your right and place your right foot on the outside of your left thigh, setting up for your seated twist. Right hand behind you. You're going to turn your left arm and bring it around your right knee, so you're hugging it in. You want to bring that knee to the center of your chest. Right hand behind you, lift up tall as you breathe in. And then exhale as you twist. With every inhale, see if you can lengthen the spine a little more. And with every exhale, twist a little deeper. Maybe taking your gaze back to your right shoulder. Ground through both sit bones. Good, last one here. Now keeping your twist, just take your gaze over to the front, towards that left shoulder. Nice, one more breath. And then gently release, bringing your torso back to center. From here, you're going to place your hands down on the ground and we're going to come into your standing split. So take your time, lift up onto that left shin, just rearrange your right foot to the center of your mat and then extend that left leg up. So you can use blocks under your hands if you need to. Or if you want to challenge yourself, just placing your left hand down on the ground. Take your right hand and grab the back of the right calf and pull yourself in closer, lifting that left leg up higher. Reach through the left toes, let that head hang. Holding it here, breathing deeply. One more breath. And then slowly release the right hand and we're going to step it back into a lunge. Right, easy twisting lunge. Right arm reaches up high. Start to flex into that right wrist and draw that right arm back. Just getting a good stretch into the forearm, into the wrist. Revolving your heart open, maybe even moving your torso away from that front leg. One more breath. Beautiful. Slowly release the hands down to the mat. And from here we to the your back, your left up out of that left shoulder, drawing the hips up, holding here for 3, smile, 2, and last one. Reach your top arm all the way overhead and then release it down to the ground, stepping back into your plank. Take a full breath in, reach up all the way onto your tippy toes, exhale, lower down. You can always drop your knees. Nice, bring your hands out in front of you. Let's take that cobra. Okay. So elbows off of the mat, lifting your heart, pulling it through your hands. Back of the neck is long. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale, pull your chest forward as you lower down. Slide your hands back, tuck your toes under, full breath in. And exhale to push downward facing dog. Find your breath. If it feels good to take a lion's breath, feel free. If it feels good to bubble your lips, whatever your body needs, feel free to do it now. Nice. From here, inhale, rock forward to plank. Right, pressing into your left toes, lift your right leg, hover it, and then step that right leg behind your left, bringing it down to the ground and opening the body up into your wild thing. Expand the chest. Beautiful. One more breath here. And slowly release. Stepping it back into your plank pose. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, push it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches back behind you. Three-legged dog. Bring your knee to your chest, round into your back as you pull yourself forward. And we'll step that left foot forward to the top of the mat, coming into your high lunge. Reach the arms all the way up. Nice. From here, bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment. And we're going to move into your warrior three. So however you manage to do it on the one side, you're going to do the same on the side. You can float into it, or you can take a step or two as you transition. Take your time, find your drishti, your focus point on the ground. Lengthen through the spine, dropping that right hip. So you level out the hips, but lift your chest. So you've got this beautiful long line, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming to stand in Tadasana. Bring your hands down to your sides. I want you to heel toe your feet out, toes point out, heels in, and we're going to come into your Malasana squat. So if you need some support underneath your heels, you can place your blocks underneath, or you can place a block underneath your seat. Lift up tall through the spine, bringing your thumbs to your heart center. Close your eyes, ground into your feet. Connect. Connect to the beauty within you. That beautiful quiet space. Connect to the earth around you. Take one more full breath here. Nice. Releasing your hands down, I'm going to give you the option to come into a crow pose. So lifting your hips up, hands down on the ground. You might want to take a step back to the middle of your mat so you've got a bit of space. And then come right up onto your tippy toes. Start to shift your weight forward as you connect your knees to your armpits. As high up on your arms as you can. Keep drawing that head forward. Maybe lift one foot, maybe the other. Just play with your crow. Find your strength. And then slowly release. Coming back into your Malasana. Nice. Slowly lower the seat. Navasana, boat pose. This time, extend your right leg straight. And then bend. Left leg. And bend. 2 more rounds. Right. Lift your spine and bend. Left leg straighten. And bend. 1 more. Right. And bend. Left. And bend. Let's see if we can do it all together. Just once. Straighten. And bend. Beautiful. From here, you're going to bring your right leg underneath your left, placing your left foot on the outside of your right thigh. And we're going to take our seated twist. So left hand comes behind you. The right arm swings around to hug that left knee in towards you. Inhale to grow tall. And then exhale to twist. Full breath in as you reach up through the crown of the head. So imagine I had my hand on top of your head and you wanted to push my hand away. You want to push your head into my hand. So find your own strength to lengthen into the spine and create space between the vertebrae. And then as you exhale, twist. Good. One more like that. Deep inhale. Push up into my hand. And exhale, twist. Good. Now take your gaze to your left shoulder. Holding it here, breathing deeply. Now keep your twist, take your gaze to the right shoulder, so right out in front of you. Nice. Slowly bring yourself back to center. All right, and from here we're going to take our standing splits. So bring your left foot out in front of you. Come up onto that right knee. Just set your left foot to the center of the mat and then start to extend the right leg up. All right, so allowing the head to hang. You can keep your right hand down on the ground, bring your left hand to the back of your calf and pull yourself in as you reach that right leg up as high as you can. Standing splits, relax your jaw. Pull your heart to your thigh. Holding 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Release your left hand down to the ground and we're going to step it back into a lunge. So the right leg steps all the way to the back of the mat, keeping your front knee bent, and we'll take an easy twisting lunge from here. So left arm reaches up high. From here, flex into your left hand and then start to reach that left arm back, rotating your spine, twisting into it as you reach your heart up. All right, holding here. One more breath. And then slowly release. Hands come down to the mat and we're going to take your side plank from here. So whatever variation you took on the one side, either walking your left foot to the middle of the mat and reaching your left arm up, or stacking right or left leg rather on top of your right. And hold. Can you find that smile again? I bet you can. Deep breath. Smile. One more. Inhale. Reach your top arm all the way overhead. Release your hand down to the mat. Plank pose. Take a full breath. And then lower all the way down onto your mat. Nice. Bring your hands behind you. I want you to interlace your thumbs. Spread the other fingers wide. Feet hip distance apart. We're going to lift everything up on the exhale. So let's take a deep inhale together. And then exhale to lift up. Inhale into your belly. Let it lift you a little higher. Exhale. One more full breath in. And exhale, release. Just resting your forehead down on the ground. Release your arms alongside your body. You can stack one hand on top of the other and let your forehead rest on your hands. Just take a moment. Nice. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to bend into both knees. You're going to reach your arms back behind you, grabbing a hold of your ankles. I like to flex into my feet so I've got a good grip. And then let's take a deep inhale and exhale as we lift everything up. Balancing on your belly, on your pelvis. Open up into the heart, kick your feet into your hands, lift your chest, lift your thighs. Take 2 more breaths here. Last one. And let everything go. Rest on the right side of your head. Good, and then turn your head to the opposite direction. Take a few breaths on the side. Nice. And then from here, bring your hands underneath or alongside your chest. Tuck your toes under and push yourself up onto all fours. So we're just going to take a little twist and balance before we move into our next back bend. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Open up. And then thread the right arm underneath the left, coming into your needle thread. We're going to take your left hand behind you into a half bind, either settling it onto your right thigh or by your right hip. And then from here, tuck your left toes under. Press your toes into the mat. Shift your weight over to your right knee and hover your left knee off the ground. Find balance. This feels good. Slowly start to extend your left leg back. Keep breathing. Engage your core. Find that sweet point of balance. And if you've toppled, it's all right. Bring yourself back up. Come back into position. Try again. If you are good here and you want to take it a little further, bend into your left knee. Grab a hold of your left ankle. And then kick your foot into your hand, arching. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Nice. Bring yourself back up, all fours. Let's take that to the other side. Left arm reaches up, open, expand. Exhale, thread it underneath the right, coming to rest on your left shoulder. So make sure that your hips are about, or your knees are rather hip distance apart, and you've got equal weight in both. Now, let's take a half bind. So right arm reaches up and back behind you, grabbing a hold of your left thigh if it's available, or just reaching towards your left hip. Now tuck your right toes under. Shift your weight over to your left knee and the left shoulder and hover the right knee. Toes are still on the ground. If you feel ready to take it to the next step, slowly extend. Right leg reaches back. Reach through the toes. Engage the core. And then if you want to take it all the way, bend into the knee. Grab a hold of your right ankle with your right foot and kick it back. Open. Arch. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Beautiful. Reach that left arm back, bringing it to all fours. Take your feet a little wider than hip distance. Your feet are behind your knees. Take your knees out wide. And we're going to take a puppy pose, to walking your hands forward, drawing your heart down towards the mat, either bringing your chin or your forehead down, depending on what feels good for you. And just take a few deep breaths here. Keep your hips above your knees. Nice, last one. And then slowly bring yourself out, coming back onto all fours. All right, bring your knees together and just come to sit back on your heels. So we're going to move into our next back bend, which is Ustrasana, camel pose. I'd like you to grab your blocks if you have, and you may need the support, or you may not. We're going to come up onto your knees. If your knees are sensitive and you need a little bit of cushioning underneath, you can always place a blanket, something soft underneath your knees, or a towel. And your blocks you're going to place by your ankles, so you can take it up to the highest height. Another option, if you don't use blocks, is to tuck your toes under so that your heels are higher. All right, so your knees are directly underneath your hip points. I want you to lengthen through the spine. Start to place your hands onto your lower back with your fingers facing down and your thumbs around your hips. Start to squeeze your shoulders and draw the elbows in towards each other. You're going to tuck your tailbone, so your tailbone draws down towards your knees. Your hip points lift up. And then start to lift up through the spine, through the side ribs, lifting your heart up. Keep using your hands to press the tailbone down. And gently start to lean back. We're not going all the way. We're just starting to open up a little bit. Keep squeezing those shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. Elbows drawing in towards each other. Take one more breath. And then gently bring yourself back up. Release your feet and lower back down onto your heels, or if you need a block between your feet, you can always place one. All right. Let's just take a gentle twist here. So twisting to the right, right hand behind you, left hand on your right side. And then coming back to center and take a twist to the other side. So right hand to your left thigh, left hand behind you. Inhale, come back, and let's take that full camel. All right. So if that was enough for you, you can do the same as we did before. Otherwise, we're going to come into your full camel. So again, placing your hands onto your lower back, fingers pointing down. Start to tuck your tailbone. Lift your hip points up. Start to rise up from the center of your chest. Ribs reach up. Roll the shoulders back. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other. And then from here, maybe you can take your hands down to your blocks and open the chest. You can also take your hands down to your heels. If it feels good to allow your head to drop back, then you can do that. Keep pressing your hips forward as you open up into the heart. Just holding it here for 3 more. 2. And last one. Now when you come back out, I want you to place your hands onto your lower back. Slowly lift yourself up. Release the top of the feet. And then bring your hands down onto your lap. Slowly lower your seat down onto your heels. All right, so just take a moment. Relax your hands onto your thighs. Close your eyes. Just feel into how you are feeling at the moment. Has anything shifted? Just be aware, observe without judgment. Just noticing the subtle shifts and changes that take place. Take a full deep breath in. Sigh it out. Beautiful. All right, open your eyes. You can release your blocks to the side for now. And we're just going to release your hips down onto the ground. Place the soles of your feet onto the mat. Actually, keep a block handy, right? We might just use it as we start to cool down. Extend your arms out in front of you. Take a full breath in. And then round into your spine. And slowly lower. 1 vertebra at a time with control. Nice. Draw your knees in towards your chest. And from here, let's take a happy baby. So drawing the soles of the feet up, grab the outside of the feet. Take your knees out wide. Soften into your shoulders. Press your lower back down into the mat. And maybe just a gentle rock from side to side will feel good. Breathing, rocking. Good. And come back to center. We're going to take a Harley Davidson twist. So you're going to wrap your right leg over your left, bend into the knees, and then you want to draw your shins out to the side. So your feet come out to the sides, almost like handlebars, right? This is your Harley Davidson. Okay. So the feet come out to the side, your shins are parallel to the ground, and try not to get them down here. Really see if you can reach them up. Okay, so they're out to the sides. And then grab your ankles as handlebars and pull down. Relax into your shoulders. Feel a stretch in the hips. Breathe deeply. Soften the back of the head. Good. Last 2 deep breaths here. Nice, gently release. And let's take that to the other side. So left leg over your right. Let your shins fall out to the side. Take your ankles out. And then grab a hold of your ankles. Reaching them out. Pulling down. Last 2 breaths. Let's take a spinal twist from here. So extending your left leg all the way down. Reach that right knee over to the left as you extend your right arm out to the side. Stacking your right hip on top of the left. Opening into the chest. Just connecting to everything around you. Good, inhale, come back to center. Hug your knees in. Let's extend that right leg down. Draw that left knee over to the right. Extend your left arm back, soften the shoulder. Close your eyes. Last 2 breaths. Nice. Inhale, come back. Good. Hug both knees in. And just release your feet to the floor. Grab your block on its lowest height. Just lift your hips up and place your block underneath your sacrum, underneath your pelvis. Make sure that it's fully supported. Release your arms alongside your body. Extend the legs all the way up towards the sky. Let the knees be soft. Make sure that you feel supported. So it shouldn't feel like a struggle. Your block is supporting you. And just let the legs reach up towards the sky. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Last 2. Beautiful. Bend into your knees, soles of the feet down onto your mat. Lift your hips up to remove your block and then slowly lower down. And from here, just start to slide legs out, setting yourself up for your final resting pose. Reaching the arms out, palms facing up, connecting your heart to Mother Earth. Connect to her pulse. Let her support you as you rest deeply in her arms. And right on cue, you have a chorus in the background to sing you a lullaby. Slowly, very gently, begin to journey back to your mat, back to your body, wiggling into your fingers, into your toes. Invite a nice full deep body stretch by reaching your arms overhead. Take a full breath in. Sigh it out. And then gently hug your knees in towards your chest. Roll over to either side that calls you. I'd like to end off with a reading by Erin Hansen. You are not your age, nor the size of the clothes you wear. You are not a weight or the color of your hair. You are not your name or the dimples in your cheeks. You are all the books you read and all the words you speak. You are your croaky morning voice and the smiles you try to hide. You are the sweetness in your laughter and every tear you've cried. You are the songs you sing so loudly when you know you're all alone. You are the places that you've been to and the one that you call home. You are the things that you believe in and the people that you love. You are the photos in your bedroom and the future you dream of. You're made of so much beauty, but it seems that you forgot when you decided that you were definitely by all the things, or you were defined rather by all the things that you're not. When you're ready, gently bring yourself to seated facing the front with your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to your heart and just honoring all that you are. Take a deep inhale and sigh it out. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Until we meet on the mat again, the love, light, and understanding in me bow and honors to the love, light, and willingness in you. Namaste.